What is up?
Ayo, welcome to the corner, guys. You know my name. I go by Big Drip and many other aliases that I'm not going to go through today because time is of the essence. Today, I am joined with my co creator, my co host, dare I say, my best friend, TY, aka The Light Drizzle. Drizzle,
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
It's been a while.
It's been a
It's
while.
been, it's been a while since I heard that
Intro?
that intro. But no AKAs today.
Yeah.
None of that.
If I'm being totally honest, I didn't do it because I forgot a lot of them. There was a lot. There was a lot.
AKA Magic Mike. AKA Blackie White. I always love AKA Blackie White. But yeah, man, it's been a good minute.
It's been a good minute.
Um,
I feel like that's why I sent you that text. I feel like a soldier coming home after a long and gruesome war, after being in the cold, not having shoes, fighting the South, for the sake of freeing the slaves, and then I
right.
finally returned home.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, it's been a while, but that's okay. A lot of remote stuff, lots of distance, whatever it may be. But we're back today. Little different style. The place looks different.
It does.
There's two cameras now instead of one camera. So now you can see Big Drip in all his glory, but you can also see me in all my glory on separate cameras in the same room. Ready?
What?
Ready?
Ready?
Look at that.
Oh,
Oh, there's two hands at once.
mind blown.
uh,
If we didn't just explain that, if he didn't explain what was going on, and we just did that, your head would have, you probably
Blew
would have
up.
went into like a paranoid psyche just because we just blew your whole world away.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean the show's been constantly changing, constantly growing
Evolving.
and evolving, and it's been a ride. It's been a ride.
That's right.
Dude, I heard this thing. Now I saw this thing actually. So Disney's coming out with this lightsaber.
I know. I saw it. I'm so excited.
I am kind of so is it if I have one and you have one,
Right.
can we battle?
You, so, dude, my knowledge is just about as much as yours. They gave us that quick little trailer, that little teaser thing, just showing us what it was, and then that was it. I've heard nothing of it since. I mean, up until our other uh pop culture soldier, Austin, he was the one who corrected me because when I saw the trailer, they made it seem as if, oh, it's just going to be an attraction at the Star Wars section of Disney World. But Austin said, no, they're selling
You
them
can
bad
buy
boys.
them. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
buy. I wonder how much they're gonna go for.
I'm gonna start it off and say 5 racks.
5 racks.
Yeah, when it
Jesus.
releases. That's what
Imagine
that's my guess.
I mean, I would say 1,000.
Okay. Well,
But
those replica ones, they're like
yeah,
glass. They're kind of like
yeah.
light bulb glass. Those go for like 1,000, 1,200. So yeah,
Woo!
they're not cheap. They're not cheap, but they're gorgeous, Drizzle. They're
Yeah,
beautiful
but
looking.
but so this is my thing, because the kid that rents the room here,
Right.
he had brought them up to me today, and he said, now he was saying the same thing. Is like he thinks that you can battle each other with them, but that would mean that there would have to be some matter. Like
Something, yeah,
it would be
right,
it'd
right,
have to
right,
be like a
right.
matter that comes out of it.
Or it could be some sort. Now we're not like scientists around here. I only have a very general knowledge, but it could be some sort of interactive thing within the handle itself, within
Right.
the lightsaber. So it projects like a light, but when the two kind of cross each other, you know what I'm saying? As if we were fighting, it would interact as if. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Kind
Yeah,
of like
yeah,
a tripwire almost.
yeah, yeah. I was thinking like some negative polarity on my positive polarity. I was taking it way too far. Taking it way too far on that one.
It's a beautiful thing. Like Jocelyn, this is not a joke. Since I was 6 years old, maybe 5, 6 years old in the projects, I have been waiting for this thing. When we were kids, there was always this rumor. Since, like I said, I was like 5, 6 years old. This is the first time I heard it. There's always been this rumor. Yo, they're releasing these holographic lightsabers. That's what we call them.
Holographic lightsabers.
Everybody's mind was blown, bro. And it's exactly what that was. And like, no, like, oh, I got one of those plastic lightsabers in my room and it make noises. Oh my god. It glows and it makes noises and stuff. You're like, no, this one's holographic, so it means it's like a real lightsaber. Just it won't be as hot.
Right.
I've been waiting literally 22 years for this thing.
Jesus, man. But yeah. So, will you buy one?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. I'll
What
drain my
color?
life savings for the purple. Come on.
Purple?
That's you knew damn right what I was gonna say purple. You knew I was
Yeah, I
gonna say
saw you
purple.
say that the other day. But you know what's funny is Austin said that he would buy one no matter what. He would pay the 5,000 for it.
Right, me too.
But
Absolutely.
he doesn't even have a microphone. So I'm gonna say get the microphone first and then buy the lightsaber.
Maybe we should prioritize a little bit.
I'm just kidding. I'm
Dude,
just
nah,
kidding.
Austin,
I
we
love
love you.
Austin.
We love you. But
Um,
I do it like I will drain my life savings for this thing. I will any amount of money you people want, I'll get it for you. If I have to do favors,
Yeah.
those kind of favors,
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
It's not a game. I want one.
So what's the update on the PlayStation?
My 5?
Yeah.
None. Nada. Nada. It's still not, dude. It's still non-existent. I mean, this thing is.
Did you hear what they said?
No.
About back ordered till 2022.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah.
So you ain't getting one till 2 years, 1 year.
Dude, this thing is
What?
quickly
How?
on the rise of being one of the top sellers.
How can you release a console right now? Hear me out, guys. How can you release a console and only have this many?
Knowing
Damn well
Right.
that 90% of your fan base is not going to be able to get one.
Right. Well,
that is so bad, and that's all because I think it's all because they want to compete with Xbox.
Well, it's more of a marketing tech. No matter what, this was gonna sell more than the Xbox. No matter what. But here's the
What are
thing.
the numbers?
It's,
Does anyone know?
last time I checked, PlayStation was at a solid 3.7, I think, something like that, and Xbox was only like 1.8,
Huh.
2 million, if that.
Okay.
But I think it's a marketing technique. Look at the way it's selling out. It makes them look a lot better if they put a short supply, knowing all of those will sell out literally like that.
Right.
And go on that way, makes them
Yeah.
look good. And they're, like I said, dude, they're quickly on their way becoming one of the best-selling consoles ever because it's really selling like that.
I mean, I was thinking about even getting one. But I wouldn't care. Like, I wouldn't care about the PlayStation.
Right.
Whether it was PlayStation or Xbox.
I would
I
suggest
know
you get an Xbox.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know I could go get an Xbox tomorrow.
Right.
But the PlayStation, I don't know if I could ever get one.
Right.
And because of, and I think I really do. And this is not me dragging on Sony because I would rather Sony, like as far as mechanically.
Yeah.
Sony all the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Sony all the way.
I pick Microsoft
Sony over
most
Microsoft.
Things. Really?
For me,
Wow.
that's
Interesting.
me personally.
Interesting.
But I can't get one. If you can't get one, I can't. And I wouldn't feel right if I got one before you did.
Y'all, don't
Rent-A-Center actually was, Rent-A-Center, right?
Yeah, of course.
So Rent-A-Center called me
Show up
because
like
I made
FBI.
the mistake of years back getting something from Rent-A-Center.
Mm.
They called me and they said, hey, they left me a message because I didn't answer because I don't answer them. But they said, hey, we have PlayStation 5s. We have 3 of them. And I'm like, and I knew that I had friends that were in the market for one. And I was like, okay, how much? And he was like, $190 a month for 12 months. Bruh, how are you going to get them like that?
What does that come out to? That's $2,400.
That's
roughly.
You're paying double the amount.
That's
basically.
more than double.
Yeah.
That's way more than double.
So
the PS5,
$200 for 12 months. Yeah, $2,400 for a $500
console. Imagine that.
Yo, Rent-A-Center, you crazy.
Yo, is Rent-A-Center a national thing? Because I always felt like it's just local.
Yeah, no, Aaron's is local.
Oh, okay.
Rent-A-Center is.
Well, I grew up with
nationwide.
Rent-A-Center, and they show up. They show up like the FBI when you got warrants. Where's our money? Yo, I have vivid memories of them showing up at my house at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Where's our money?
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, so Rent-A-Center, Rent-A-Center, Aaron's, they're theoretically the same thing. But they're like, it's like
they're like the mafia.
It's like the mob legally.
Right.
It's
like imagine you lent money from a loan shark.
Exactly. It's legality. It's legal loan sharking.
Right. That's how it goes.
It shouldn't be legal to charge $2,400 for a $500
right.
thing.
And they do that with everything.
They get you on the it's fees. The fees.
Right. Interest, all that nonsense. I know this has nothing to do with nothing, but dude, I could talk about Rent-A-Center all day.
Me too. So Jack says it would cost $22.80 for if you paid.
See, that's insane. That's a lot more than double. That's almost 5 times the amount.
Yeah. And then Prakash says India PlayStation 5 pre-orders are going live this Monday. Wait
That's
a
what's
second.
up.
Wait a second. So it hasn't even come out in India yet?
No, it has. No, it has. There
What do you
must
mean
be so they
pre-orders?
might be redoing, maybe doing it again. Maybe a store said, "Hey, we got some coming in the next couple of weeks. You guys want to do some pre-orders?" Because I'm almost positive it's dropped in India already.
Okay.
I would imagine. So it's been a solid. It's almost been a year. It's been like 8 months since
Oh
the
my
thing
God.
released.
I know, and because
I
I
still
remember
don't
your
have one.
plan was to get one for Christmas.
Right, right. And I was supposed to remember. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get one.
Jesus.
I'll review it on the show." Blah blah blah. 8 months.
I know.
Later,
I was just watching that.
a whole pregnancy term later, I still got. And just on my PlayStation already, bro.
On a PlayStation. But so you had a story, and I thought this was maybe fun to tell. Is you had a story about you found you work with the trash company.
Oh yeah. Oh,
so you found a bunch of stuff.
Right.
He consistently finds stuff. Like I have 3 projectors here that he found in the box, brand new.
What was that? What was the quotes?
Yeah, like
found.
Yeah. Wait, no, I didn't do that.
Oh,
I didn't do quotes.
I thought you did.
No. So, what happened?
Okay, so all right. First of all, I want to make something abundantly clear, guys. I'm not some like we call them hopper shoppers. Like I'm not some like dude just like digging through people's trash and like
trash pickers.
Yeah. I'm not one of those guys.
He's a trash picker.
I want to make that abundantly clear. But I do work for the local garbage collection company around here for the time being until you guys sign up for Patreon. Shameless plug. Give us your money, please and thank you.
Oh wait, pause.
Pause.
Speaking of our patrons,
Dog pause.
Thank you guys so much. Caden Reed, Nick DePalma, Billy Robert, that one Carlos, Adam Silvestri, Odd, and Joshua Robertson, who I haven't added because I'm lazy. Because I'm a lazy person.
But we love you nevertheless.
Yeah, but so we're getting there, man. We're up at 7.
That's right.
7 patrons. We need 10 to be able to do like like private streams.
Right. Patreon perks.
Patreon, like legitimate Patreon perks.
Right.
But yeah. But we're almost there, guys. And
right.
While you're at it, take a look at our merch store.
What?
We got Jiving with Jack t-shirts already prepped and ready to go, baby.
What? Get that now before the show even drops.
Yep. But yeah, all right. So
continue
now.
So where I left off, please sign up for Patreon. We love you. Please and thank you. I do work at that company, and every now and again, I come across people throw away things that still have value, right? For example, the other day, I found a stack of comic books that are about yay high, and that's not an exaggeration. I swear, it's a
yay high from
stack.
This thing, or yay high from the floor?
From the floor to the top of the desk. Like it's a lot. It's a lot of comics, a lot, and they're all in solid condition.
Were they in like Were they in the little plastic holders?
No, unfortunately, it was. But there was so many of them that he took like one clear garbage bag, and it was nothing but comic books.
Whew.
That was it, because there was so many of them. So I was like, yo, I'm just gonna look like Santa Claus coming out, right? Yeah, Santa Claus for the nerds. I came out, ho ho ho. I threw that in the truck and I kept it. Day before that, I found 5 PS4 games: Jump Force, Naruto Shinobi Strikers, Battlefield 1, some snowboarding game called Steep, and then Black Ops 4, and they all work perfectly. And I've been playing the hell out of Jump Force the past couple of weeks.
Right. Okay. That's sick. Yeah. That's pretty dope.
His house from hopping shopping. That's funny you say that, Caden. That's funny because this is like running joke at work that I live in a cardboard box, and every time I'm at work, I'll take different pieces of cardboard to add on to my house, right?
Oh man. So Prakash says that Amazon India and Flipkart, which I have no idea what it is,
never heard of that,
showing normal version for 49,900 rupees, and Sony India website showing digital version at 39,900 rupees.
I have no idea what that is in comparison.
It's roughly
our
the same
money.
price.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, Prakash, can you do the conversion rate for us?
Could you please? Or just give me a rough estimate.
Because I don't know if that's normal. Is that the normal prices for them? Or is that a different? Is that that more or less?
You know, it's really weird. And I didn't know this until like not even a year or two ago. Rupees, Indian money, is the currency in Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
And for the longest, I knew rupees as Link's money, not like real life money.
Yeah, it's legitimate.
I was like 21 years old when I found that out. Imagine
that's crazy. Here's a little story, guys. So I did a little video last night about it as well. But and I know this isn't your thing,
Nah,
but
hit me.
so Zack Snyder did an interview with Uprocks.
Okay.
So Uprocks does what we do, but on a large scale,
Right.
right? They have
Right.
a website, yada 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 yada. So Uprocks and Zack Snyder did the interview together, and I'd like to get your opinion because he basically said that he hasn't heard from Warner Brothers at all.
Yeah, sounds
So
right.
Warner Brothers didn't after the release of the Snyder Cut,
Mm-hmm.
no pun intended, to do the release of the Snyder Cut. After the release, they didn't even hit him up. They weren't like, "Hey, good job.
Right.
This is how
Right.
it
Right.
did."
Yeah. Right.
So people are out here.
Right.
People
That's
are out
weird.
here really thinking that he's having talks about Justice League 2 and 3. He hasn't even found out that Warner Brothers,
Yeah.
like even Doug,
Right.
was even
Right.
like, "Hey, you know what? We might be one way or another."
Well, so okay. Well, let me ask you this: how did Zach word it? Like, I haven't heard from them at all.
At
Not a word.
Not a word.
Nothing.
Not a
Like,
word.
that's
nothing.
crazy. You should give this man numbers. You're not gonna tell him how his whole movie is doing.
Yeah.
That's insane.
He said he hasn't heard anything from them. He doesn't
Well, do you
know.
think that's something he could access without them?
No.
No.
Streaming numbers are
You
all
need
private.
them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Streaming
see, that's
numbers
absurd.
are all private.
That's absurd.
Unless the company, so unless HBO, and we don't know them either.
Right.
Unless and people have done surveys, like they've surveyed 1,000 houses,
Right. Right.
and but again, those are pinpoint precision.
Right. Right.
HBO
right,
Max could come out and say,
This is how many times.
"This
it
is
was
how
streamed.
many times it was streamed,"
Right.
but they haven't,
Right.
and they didn't even tell Zach that stuff.
That's crazy.
And they didn't even say like, "Hey, good job." But at the brunt of it, they haven't even at least said this to him: "Hey, we're sorry, we're not going to move forward with your
Right.
DC."
Right.
And I think that's the hardest part.
Right.
Is
Breaking up.
even
with
him, like if you're gonna break up with someone, at least pull the trigger on it.
right.
Right?
Don't
At
be a
least
chicken about
The
it.
dude, and the part that really aggravates me the most is he's given them his career.
Mm.
He's made 300 with them, Watchmen with them. Like
Yeah,
most
you're
of his
right. Yeah,
movies
yeah,
are
yeah,
Warner
you're right.
Brothers movies.
Yeah, you're right. Right.
And they don't even have the decency to say,
Hey, goodbye.
"Goodbye, man."
Something.
Like, "Hey, you did good for us.
Right.
It's just not working out."
And also on top of it, just because he's not doing the DC run anymore, why are you completely cutting ties with him? He's been working his whole career. Him and Chris Nolan been working their entire careers with you. I get it. You don't want him running DC anymore. That's fine, but why are you cutting ties completely? And why aren't you at bare minimum? I think they're butthurt because he's working with Netflix now, and it looks like he's gonna stay with
Yeah.
Netflix, and they're probably butthurt about it. But at bare minimum, like the goodbyes, whatever, that's whatever. But bare minimum, you got to tell this man how his movie is doing. That's like bare. If I was
Apparently
him, I'd be
not.
very upset.
Apparently that's
I'd be
not
very upset.
apparently that's not something that he needs to know.
Like,
Right?
We're like, bro, it's my movie.
And
I'd be very upset about that.
And that's the thing that bothers me. Actually, I've said that about every part of it because every part of it really does bother me to my core.
Right.
This man is I'm telling you right now, Army of the Dead's gonna murder. It's going to murder streaming,
Yeah.
especially at this time.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? And Netflix, I hope is what they do. I hope after week 1 of Army of the Dead dropping, Netflix comes out and says it was streamed by 1 million households in the first 3 days.
Right.
I hope
Right.
they come out and say,
Right.
because Netflix is notorious for being secretive as well.
Right.
Very,
Right,
very
right,
secretive with their
right.
numbers. However, I hope just to send a message to Warner Brothers, they're like, "Look at what you lost.
Right. Well,
You
I think,
lost this guy."
I think Zach's gonna kill on Netflix in general because Netflix is notorious for putting out very mediocre original films.
I don't think they're notorious for that anymore. In the beginning, they were.
Well, I mean, I know,
Have you watched Jupiter's Legacy yet?
I have not. No. But
It's
all
not a
I
film,
hear,
but
all I hear about, like, see, that's the difference though, because their series are usually on point. Their shows, their animes, all that, all their original stuff is usually on point. It's the movies in particular that tend to be rather mediocre or just plain old dumb, like things like Kissing Booth, Tall Girl. The list goes on. There's a movie with Charlize Theron that she's in that
the one where they're like soldiers.
Yeah,
You didn't like that?
Yeah, no, not really.
Really?
No, not really.
I thought that was
I like
actually
her.
pretty good.
I like her a lot, but the movie itself wasn't that
What was
great.
that called?
I don't remember. But then there was also movie with Wade Wilson, Six Underground. That was pretty mediocre.
That was. You know what? I'm with you on that one.
Yes,
I didn't like that one as much as I thought I was gonna like it.
the best way I've heard it described is that Netflix will take all of their budget and get a dope cast, like get a dope lead role, maybe some supporting characters, get a really good cast, a real tight cast, but then everything else kind of flops, goes on the back burner because the whole budget went to their casting, right?
Yeah.
So with Zach, at least we know quality will be coming and it looks good, and now we know that the budget is going to a more important place, a director rather than than your cast, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think there's a bright future for their original films going
Yeah.
forward.
Now that I'm bringing it all up in my head,
Right.
The films have needed a little bit of work.
Right.
It's
Bright, just their films.
But Bright, I liked
Bright as well.
Bright, Old Guard, Extraction. I think they're all missing. Like they're all just a step away from great.
Right, and that's why I don't say bad. I say mediocre.
Yeah. But their shows like The Witcher,
always on point. Their shows are excellent.
Yeah,
shows are excellent.
I could go on for days about
their
shows.
Are excellent. The Witcher, Black Mirror, Love, Death, Robots. God, I love that show. It's
never.
Oh, it's so good.
I've watched a little bit of it, but
it's so good. It's an anthology. It's amazing.
I think Army of the Dead is its first. I think it's going to be the first like legitimate blockbuster. Then they just got Knives Out too. They bought Knives Out too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be Netflix, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. I haven't even seen the first one.
Yeah. So I didn't think that. So I don't know if that's. It's gonna be weird.
Right.
Like them just like, okay, well, this isn't gonna go to theaters anymore. Maybe they'll give it a limited theatrical.
Maybe.
But
maybe.
I don't know. I enjoyed Knives Out in the theater.
Right.
So now it's like, oh well, now I'm not gonna be able to see it in theaters. I have to watch it at home.
So
that's the only thing.
I think, I think that's a good example of what Army of the Dead is, right? Knives Out 2 is a theatrical film that Netflix bought out, right?
Yeah.
And I think Army of the Dead is similar. It's a movie meant for theaters that Netflix like swooped in and took, hey, come over here, we'll give you this money for it, let us release it on Netflix, right? I think that's the difference, because then you have movies like Bright, and that was strictly made by Netflix for Netflix. At no point was it meant to go into a theater. So, you know what I'm saying? So look-wise, in the way it was shot and the way it was produced, it's noticeable. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why Army of the Dead is going to be so, like, wow.
This is Zach's first digital, too.
Right. See?
So Zach usually does it on film, like old style, IMAX, you know.
Right. Well, then that might not be a good thing, because if he's used to old style film, it might look kind of bad.
Have you seen you've seen the trailer.
Yeah.
I think it looks good.
Yeah, I do too.
I think it looks fire. But listen, Austin saw it in theaters,
right?
Because they did a limited.
They
did the limited theatrical release for it, and he said it's good. A lot of the online reviews for it say it's good. I'm anticipating a good film. However, is it a great story? Who knows? Is it over the top action only? Who knows? I don't know yet. Personally, I haven't seen it.
I honestly, if I'm being honest, I would prefer the latter. It's a zombie movie. That's all I really want is some dope action, some cool looking zombies.
Yeah, but I feel like what's made really like good zombie movies is like a really like compelling reason why it happened. Like, why did the zombie outbreak happen? That's really what I want to know about this world. Why are the zombies only in Las Vegas?
Right. right.
Like, what happened to get it there?
Well, the way Austin explained it to me. So I have a rule. I watched the first trailer, maybe the second one, and that's it. I never watched the last trailer or last handful of trailers because they tend to spoil things. I don't want to watch them anymore. So Austin explained it to me that they have like quarantine zones throughout this movie, and that's why that's why money is still a thing. That's why Vegas.
That's why I figured, because he's still working in a burger shop,
right?
Right at the beginning, right? You're like, who?
What's going on?
Why is that a thing in the apocalypse? But it's not a full blown apocalypse. It's been handled to some degree. It's been handled.
Right. It's been at very least they've able to like quarantine themselves in certain areas. Yeah, that was the biggest like thing. Why is money a thing?
Exactly. I said that the first time I saw the trailer. I was like, Why do they need the money?
Right. Like, well, who cares?
It's the
Who ca-
apocalypse. They
yeah.
don't need money in the
But
apocalypse.
even then,
That's a growing trope of the apocalypse.
right.
There's no society.
The first thing that goes is the money.
Yeah.
So I wonder if this brings actually poses a pretty good question, right? If things did pop off like that, right? But we managed to salvate certain areas like Boston. We say Boston, Philly, Vegas, and like some city Fresno, right? We managed to keep those safe, right? Those are safe havens. Everybody keeps on living. Would we still, everything else went to shit, mind you.
Right.
Everything around us went to shit. Would we still be using money in those areas?
Or
Or
would
we bring
you-
it back to the old school?
Where I roof a house, or
Right.
I'm good at building houses.
Right.
You're good
Doctor.
at
Doctor.
You're a doctor.
Doctor.
I build your house.
Dr. Driip.
I build your house,
I fix your ankle.
and you fix my ankle. It's a
Right.
barter system.
Right. Right.
That's what I think that would
That's
happen.
me too. And it makes more sense.
Money would, people would be like, get out of here.
Money is only important when we get to the point of luxury, meaning we're buying things like cars and video games and TVs, vacations. That's why money is necessary. But if we're living off the necessities, health,
Yeah,
food,
yeah.
shelter,
We're bare
then-
animalistic.
right, we can live like that. We can function as a society through services.
Barters, yeah,
barters.
bartering.
Without, we don't need cash value. You know what I'm saying? So the second things go downhill, money is no longer going to be a thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm curious as to I don't think Zach's even going to touch any of that as to why money's still important. He might give us like a quick, hey, this is why, but like he's not going to dive deep into it. You know what I mean?
That's what the prequel. So the anime prequel, right?
Right.
So the anime prequel and the other prequel that's set in a different country. It's in like France or something like that. That those ones are going to be that's so weird.
Why isn't it playing?
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Those ones are going to explain more of why it happened.
Right.
And more.
Well, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's a series. They need a lot more story to tell.
And then Caden says here that the zombies are connected to Area 51. And I think that's kind of cool.
Really?
Yeah. I think that's kind of cool because.
You know that to be fact, Caden? That is pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I'm excited because like that gives it like a, what did the government do?
Right. That's kind of like
what did they do wrong?
Like yeah, because zombie movies, it's always, and I don't know why people haven't gotten more clever. Thank you. I don't know why people haven't gotten more clever about how the zombies broke out. Because it's always the same thing, some kind of super virus, right? That's it. It's always the same thing.
It's Germany, not France.
So I
really
like the idea. I like the idea of them coming from Area 51. It's like some government mistake.
Yeah, or check this out. Ready? So whatever. Like a meteor hits Earth, right?
Right.
A meteor hits Earth. There's some like bacteria on it, and the government captures it. And
kind of like a symbiote.
Yeah. But there's some bacteria on the meteor. And then all of a sudden, everyone in Area 51, like they're testing, they realize start going downhill.
Yeah.
The guy who's testing it's like.
Yeah. So I a quick bragging session. So I tried to I made myself write my first story, right? And I was like, make it a short story. I'm gonna use a very simple concept so I don't overwork myself and I can actually finish it. So I went with zombie outbreak. What's the most simple story I could possibly think of? Zombies. So that's what I wrote about. And mine, I wrote it as that. They're at the CDC, they were testing new medication for some kind of disease, right? I was like diabetes, cancer, whatever the case may be. They're trying out something new, and they do a bunch of things. They make some kind of medicine. They give it to their test guinea pig. Guinea pig dies. Next morning, it wakes up at like 3:00 in the morning. It wakes up, it's a zombie, bites the first doctor it sees, spreads like that.
Ooh,
and it just pops off, right? That's like my favorite part of zombie movies, is how it started, because I want people to get clever about it. I want you to give me something interesting, not just a super virus like every other movie,
Right. So what is your most okay, so let's talk a little DC here.
Okay.
to transition from Army of the Dead. Because listen, I mean, what are you gonna do for Army of the Dead?
I'm just gonna watch at home.
Okay.
I'll watch at home, nothing special. Or I might even end up here. Who
I was
knows?
gonna say, what's the date of it?
Yeah.
The 21st is
Friday?
uh
I mean, if you want to wait until
I could
nighttime,
wait. I could wait one day.
yeah.
I
Or
could
we
wait
can wait
one
till
day.
yeah.
I could wait one day.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll watch it together on Saturday and we'll hop right on Mike's.
Yeah. I'll do that. I'll do
Yeah.
that. I'll wait one day.
Yeah.
This isn't a movie like it's a Snyder film and I'm like super excited about it.
Right.
But I'm not like I don't need to watch it the minute it
Right.
comes out.
It's not Justice League. It's
Yeah.
not an Avengers movie. It's not a comic movie.
Netflix actually reached out to me.
Really?
Yeah. About helping them do like a promotion for something. And I responded to them and I was like, can I watch Army of the Dead early? And then she never got back to me. So I was like, I'm not promoting. I'm not doing whatever you want me to do.
Well, that's the thing. They're only gonna let us watch early whatever it is they want us to promote. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not gonna let us watch. They're not gonna let us pick. Hey, well, you want me to promote this movie, but hey, can I watch Army of the Dead now?
Well, that's
you know.
they wanted me to promote Army of the Dead.
Right.
They specifically said, hey, we think your audience would like this.
Right.
And I said, okay, I don't mind sharing it.
Right.
However, can I see Army of the Dead early?
Right.
So then we can also promote the movie.
Right.
And then she never got back to me. So I'm assuming it's a no, but I was like, wouldn't that make sense though?
Yeah. Well, so
if you think my audience would like the event that you're doing for the first 15 minutes,
right.
Don't you think they would like to hear my review for it? I can't see it in theaters, unfortunately.
Right. But okay, so just to clarify, what they wanted us to promote is something outside of Army of the Dead, right? Like a different movie.
Okay.
No, that's a question.
Wait, what?
That was a question.
I'm sorry. I just nodded yes.
What they wanted us to promote is not Army of the Dead, right?
No, it was Army of the Dead.
Oh, okay. So
that's why I responded with.
Yeah, let us watch early.
Prakash says they're gonna send me props if you want to promote. They're sending a cool hat. Well, listen. So I'm guessing we're not the only ones they reach out to.
Right. Yeah, of course.
It's a Snyder film.
Yeah, of course.
They probably reach out to all the Snyder YouTubers and podcasters.
Do you have a show?
No, Prakash is just in the know about everything. Like literally everything. Pants. He is. He's great. He's teaching me about SEO, search engine optimization, and thumbnails, and stuff like that. So
pants.
He's great. I asked him if he wanted to join, not join like this, but like help me with like behind the scenes stuff.
Right.
I think he's just a little too busy, but I think I need a little bit of help with more logistical, like how do I reach more people?
Right.
And that's what. That's what I would really like to get brand new audiences and stuff like that. But what are you going to see? So the next movie that's coming out for DC movies, DC films, is The Suicide Squad.
Yep, of course.
How excited are you for it?
Very, actually.
Really?
Very. Yeah, I like James Gunn a lot.
Let us know in the comments. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Let us know in the comments if you're excited for the next couple DC films.
I feel like you guys are.
Do you have a sour taste in your mouth because of what's going on right now with Warner Brothers and Zack Snyder?
I would imagine both being true. I would imagine, yes, you do have a sour taste in your mouth, but nevertheless, you're still excited for it. I like James Gunn a lot. It's just Guardians of the Galaxy, but like rated R. So that's really why I'm excited for it. It really is just going to be the same movie with an R rating. I can tell it's pretty clear. But I really like that movie. And I thought Guardians could really benefit from an R rating. So that, bam, I'm getting best of both worlds here. So I am excited.
James Gunn isn't my favorite director for superhero stuff. And there's a reason for that.
Right.
Guardians 1, I think was really cool. I think it was. I think
2 was very mediocre.
2 was very mediocre. And I don't think 3 is going to be any better.
You don't think so?
No. Huh. Even with Thor, no. Is it Thor that's coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, Thor should be in Guardians 3 most likely.
Love and Thunder comes first, and then Volume 3 comes. So it really depends on what happens in Love and Thunder.
True. Imagine Thor dies.
I'm guessing that's what happens. Jane Foster is supposed to take over this movie.
I would say take over. You can let Jane Foster take over one film.
Right. Right. Well, let's see how Natalie does, because Jane Foster took on the mantle for quite some time,
Quite some time, but you think
and it
that?
worked.
Oh God,
I mean, and not for nothing, but in the comics they had multiple Thors.
that's what I'm saying. Though,
Thor was
we could
there,
have
Jane,
regular Thor.
yeah, Beta Ray was Thor at the time, and then there was also Throg, and they were all Thor at the same time. So
Right.
I could
Oh,
see
they
that
all had the
working.
power of Thor.
Yeah. Yes. Right.
Yes.
Right.
Because you can't. They're not all Thor,
Right.
but
No, Thor
Thor's
is Thor.
Yeah.
Say Thor one more time.
Thor,
I
Thor,
dare
Thor,
you. I
Thor.
dare you. Say it one more time.
Tar. But all right, guys, we'll be right back. We have a message from our sponsors. They pay us that money, and we have to do it.
Right.
But we will be right back in just one moment. We do it for you, and we do it for the culture.
Hello.
We are brought to you today by Kai CBD, a Las Vegas-based health and wellness brand that crafts a full-spectrum CBD hemp-derived product line. Made with 100% love, the brand was created by a 20-year licensed massage therapist for her husband who suffers from chronic pain. Healing is what Kai lives for. Head over to their Facebook or Instagram and mention Pop Culture Corner to receive 10% off your order of all or any of their CBD-derived product line. Guys, their website is in the works. Head over to their Facebook or Instagram. The links are in the description below. Mention Pop Culture Corner and get 10% off. This ad is an easy one for me. Easy, as I use the products myself. They are wonderful. So head over, mention Pop Culture Corner, and get 10% off your order of all orders forever. We are brought to you today by Showcase Cinemas Deluxe. Right now, Mortal Kombat is in theaters, and we were live from inside the theater for all-day coverage of the film on April 23rd. Make sure to get out and support your local theaters now. See these larger-than-life movies the way they were intended, on the largest screen possible. Showcase offers X+, which is their large premium format theater. Not only do you see and hear the film, but you become a part of it as well. Find out where your local Showcase Cinemas is by heading to their website, www.showcasecinemas.com. Again, that's www.showcasecinemas.com, or by clicking the link in the description below. Remember, be Showcase safe. Showcase has implemented several protocols to ensure that your focus remains on the film, not on the pandemic, including new ventilation systems in each theater to ensure proper airflow, sanitizer on every wall, and so much more. Enjoy the movie the way it was meant to be, with a night out to the theater. We are brought to you today by Bonk's Bar in Philadelphia. Bonk specializes in seafood and good times. If you're in the Philly area, make sure to stop by, and on Tuesdays, our resident producer Jack hosts trivia at the bar. Mention Pop Culture Corner to Jack and receive your first drink on the house. For more information about the menu or specials, visit the website for Bonks or their social media pages. All of the links are in the description below. This was an easy one, guys. Head out, support your local service industry. Go to Bonks, grab some seafood, some beer and wine, play some trivia, and have a good time. All right. What the hell? The lights went out.
What?
The lights. The lights went out.
It got real sweet and sensual in here. We're back, baby. I hope you enjoyed those advertisements that we gave you. The sweet sound of Drizzle's voice all up in your ear. Get that ASMR.
So what do you got? What's popping in the anime world, bro?
Popping? Huh?
What's popping in the anime world?
I don't know, dude. I haven't really been watching. I've been playing. Well, I mean, this counts. I told you guys I found a copy of Jump Force at work the other day, and I've been playing the hell out of that. Jump Force is a hosh-posh of anime characters.
Okay.
So imagine a video game with a bunch of Marvel characters, bunch of DC characters, Spawn, all kinds of, right? It's a hosh-posh. That's what Jump Force is.
Like Smash Bros.
Yes, but with anime shows. And people really shit all over it for some reason, and I understand why. The cutscenes are just horrendous. It's so ugly. It really is. It's ugly, but the gameplay is on point. It's a lot of fun. It's all these like random weird characters that you would never expect, like Yu-Gi-Oh. You play as
Yu-Gi-Oh's in there.
You
what?
Can play as Yugi. It's so weird but cool at the same time. I don't
wow.
know,
I haven't heard Yu-Gi-Oh in so long.
Dude, they're making a comeback. They're making a comeback.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
I used to
Time
be
to
obsessed. I used to have the thing.
The card thing.
The card
I
thing,
had one of those
and
too.
I would always do this. I would always do this.
Yeah. It's time to
With always-
duel.
With always 2 fingers and 1 thumb.
Right.
Like,
and you
try to be in the show. Yeah, try to be in the show. Wow,
hilarious.
that's so funny, man.
Yeah, you can play as him in that game, and I thought that was really cool. That was like the selling point for me when I saw that. Have you checked out Yusuke yet? Oh no, I haven't. I thought you were talking about Yu Yu Hakusho Yusuke. No, I haven't, Austin. I'm sorry. Like I said, I've been gaming a lot. Trying to get up to date with that because I barely game anymore. And I have no right to be sitting here talking about video games if I never play any of them, right? You know. So I've been playing the hell out of Jump Force. I just beat Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Oh my god! Anybody watching, and even if you're not a fan of Dragon Ball, because I'm really not. I don't like Dragon Ball like that, but Kakarot was excellent, bro. It's so much fun. It's so interactive. It really just brings the world of Dragon Ball alive in such a beautiful way. They use the Unreal Engine on it, so it just looks, oh my god, it looks beautiful. It's like I said, it's so interactive, and they add all these like extra side stories in to it that turn out to be canon. They ask Akira Toriyama, he worked like exclusively on this game, so any kind of extra story you see, any kind of side, any kind of something you see that wasn't in the show is canon. It's so like it really brought back the love I used to have for Dragon Ball, right? I Dragon Ball has meant nothing to me in years, just duty, but Kakarot really brought that love back, bro, and it's a lot of fun. I highly suggest Kakarot, highly. And it's the type of game that like I wish I would get the same kind of game, but for different properties.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like put it this way, Kakarot is like the Arkham series of Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous. It's the best Dragon Ball game you could possibly get, like following the story anyways. I couldn't suggest it more.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's up with that? What's up with that? The anime that was in theaters.
Demon Slayer. I haven't watched Demon Slayer yet. I can't really talk on it because I've never seen Demon Slayer. But they do that with anime movies. The first Naruto movie, I saw that in theaters when I was like, I don't know, I was like 7 or something.
Okay.
But they do that. They play anime movies in theaters as like a special.
Well, that one's crazy right now.
Right.
That one's been blowing up.
Right. They said that to us when we went to Mortal Kombat. The manager, he said that. He was like, "Yo, we're selling Demon Slayer like crazy."
Yeah, and then what's funny is a week later, I heard it was online, like Demon Slayer, biggest anime of all time, beat out whatever the one before it was huge.
Probably Broly, probably Dragon Ball. Broly.
Something, because it was large.
Right.
But yeah, so shout out to everyone in the chats.
We appreciate you.
Prakash, Billy, Nick,
Sir,
what's up, Movie Dogs, Sir Nerd a Lot, that weird kid Austin Lean, I don't know who that is. And then I saw Caden, Jack Pierre. I also saw Adam Silvestri. Yeah, you guys are really, man. You guys make this like worth doing.
Right.
For sure. And it's nice to be back in a room with someone else. I had the comedian in here a while back, but a couple weeks ago. But I don't know. It just he was great, but you know, I need someone who's like me. The conversation didn't carry as well as I thought it was going to.
Not as naturally.
Yeah. But here's a throwback. Here's a throwback, man. Ready? It's time to get into gaming. Sorry, I just really want to play that. I just really want to play that.
No, I'm glad you did because I actually had some gaming
throwback,
stuff.
hard throwback.
So guys, I've had this epiphany. Drizzle's been doing his trailer reaction stuff, right? Doing like quick 5 minute, hey, holla at you kind of videos, right?
Pop culture update, baby.
Updates. So I want to do something similar, but on the gaming end of things, right? If Drizzle's doing trailers for movies and stuff of that sort, then why don't I do the same for gaming? So I'm about to do that because I'm really into some I don't even want to drop the title because I feel like I'm just gonna spoil it. But like, I'm into this series, right? Well, there's only 2 games to it, but like artistically, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. It's a small indie type of game. It's uh, absolutely gorgeous, bro, and it really sends shivers down my spines at times. Spine, I only have one. I said that plurally. At times,
Is it Little Nightmares?
No. At times, I was legitimately afraid.
Billy wants to know what game it is, man.
Billy, you'll see. I'm gonna release some videos. I gotta finish playing the game before I release any kind of video. But this, I mean, it's just so good, bro. I just can't stress that enough how good it is. So I'm gonna get on top of that and start making some videos. I want to see like an influx of pre-recorded videos from us. We do
I've been doing a bunch of them.
Yeah, we do an ass ton of live stuff. So I would like to do.
That's
more
why I've been
pre-recorded.
doing the pre-recorded. I forgot about how much I love editing.
Right.
And it's been fun, man. It's been fun to do it. But
at times it gets aggravating. It really does, because we were actually, the 3 of us were having this conversation, myself, Drizzle, and Austin. It gets aggravating at times because you come into it and you know how you want it to look, right? And just trying to get it to look exactly like that and sound right and just be perfect can be agonizing, because it's never going to be exactly what you want it to be.
Never.
But when you hit the nail on the head and you get one of those
satisfying
moments, it really is. It's so satisfying.
Yeah, I think I told you that a long time ago. It's like when you get that moment that just comes out so clean and so perfect, there's nothing like it. You play it over and over again. You're like, yeah, this is it,
bro.
Like it right here, man.
It hits. Like we did the and you didn't even notice it, but we did that Marvel top 10 video, and
yeah, and you didn't know what I was talking about.
No, not
you didn't know what a cereal was.
Yeah, not that part though. That was funny. Not that part though. But you said something and you pronounced it with a lisp, so I put a picture of Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. It's hilarious. That's hilarious.
I was dying. I thought that was so funny. It was. I like editing a lot. Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
But guys, in the chat, let us know what movie for DC or Marvel are you most anticipating right now? I'd like to hear what you guys got to say. So let me know which movie, whether it be a Marvel movie or a DC film. Let me know in the comments which one you're most excited for. We got Black Widow coming. We got Shang-Chi coming. Speaking of which, what did you think of the Shang-Chi trailer? We haven't talked.
We haven't.
No, not at all.
Dude, I'm into it. It seems.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like nothing special. I feel like it's basically just another Captain America movie. Instead, like replacing all the white people with Asian. Yeah. You know what I wonder? Cap has Sam, right? He has his black best friend. So Shang-Chi is gonna have like a different race best friend, and I wonder who it's gonna be. Maybe Chris Tucker. Well, no, because Cap has a black guy, so you got to give the Asian dude a Spanish guy. John Leguizamo, maybe that guy.
I don't know, because he's got that girl, the girl in the trailer that's driving the bus. She's driving the bus, Aquafina. Ugh. She. I feel like she's gonna be the normal friend,
right?
You know how Tom Holland has Ned,
right?
Oh yeah, you're right. That it's always a different race, isn't
it? Well, I mean, it should be. It should be.
Why?
Because he's like a Captain America, but Asian. That's basically the vibe I got. I mean, even the fight scenes look like Winter Soldier. That's what I'm assuming. It's just gonna be Captain America, but with an Asian dude, and he does kung fu instead of like Captain America's type of fighting.
All right. So let's go down the list here. So Prakash, the Batman.
Oh yeah, duh.
Billy Robert, Black Widow. What? Come on.
Stop it.
Stop that.
Stop it. Nobody's excited for Black Widow.
Caden says No Way Home or Doctor Strange 2. I was like, what is that? And then for DC, the Batman or Black Adam. Nick Carr says Black Adam.
We have a lot coming up.
Eternals for Sir Nerd a lot. Raging Entertainment, what's up, man? Says he's anxious to see Black Adam and Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, but also for DC, The Batman. Listen, still we haven't got a lot of for the Batman. We've only got that one
Right.
trailer.
Dude, so you know what's crazy? I didn't even realize when you said it. There's a lot coming up that I am stupid excited for.
Dude, the next couple months are
Intense.
jam-packed, full of films.
Well, next year as well, though, because a lot I saw is coming next year. So I'm stupid excited for the Batman, Spider-Man, Black Adam. You know I'm hyped for Black Adam. Fandom, I was, when we first saw that at Fandom, I was losing my mind.
Yeah,
and
it wasn't
so
even a
hyped.
trailer. It was nothing.
I know,
was
and I was so hyped.
art. It was basically just art. Speaking of which,
that looked amazing.
Fandom's coming back.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Fandom 2, baby.
With no mention of the Snyderverse, obviously.
Yeah.
No panels, no
Yeah,
nothing.
right.
So this year, I think a lot of people won't watch this year.
I think they need to. I think a lot of people will watch just to get the explanations that we've been waiting for, that they better give us, because there's a lot of unanswered questions that everybody still has, and involving a lot of it involving the Snyderverse, but also just questions in general about what the hell is going on. And if they don't answer those questions, then I think their numbers will go down the toilet.
Yeah, I mean, would you? Okay, so this is what I've been saying. About Warner Brothers. I always stood by their side somewhat, where I said, listen, if they don't continue the Snyderverse, we can't boycott them, right?
Okay.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
But now I am a little bit like, I don't know. I don't think I could tell anyone not to boycott them anymore, because honestly, I'm going to see the movies. It's our job, right? That's what we do.
Right.
But am I as excited knowing that there's probably not going to be a Snyderverse? No, because
Right.
I think I really do like that universe. And say what you want about it. I know you don't exactly love it, but it was at least coherent and it was building towards something. Now it's like we just don't know what the direction is anymore.
Right, and
we
that's
don't.
what I'm referring to those questions that need to be answered during Fandom. So that's why I think the numbers will be high.
The movie dog says he's ready for the Barman. That would be a cool movie, right? Barman.
That sounds awesome. I'm
He's
so
just
excited.
Constantly hammered.
I was gonna say he's just out here. He's just trying to sell his mixtape on the corner. He's just out here spitting rhymes all day. Barman. Bars. I'm a man. Buy this mixtape.
Barman, Spider-Man 3, and Doctor Strange. You said the Batman, Spider-Man, No Way Home. And then Prakash says that he's more interested in Sonic than the Suicide Squad.
That's funny. I don't know, dude. We'll see. Like I was saying with Fandom, though, they I think the numbers this year will be high because people want answers to those questions. And if they don't answer those questions, or when they inevitably get the answer they don't want to hear, then the numbers are gonna go down.
So, what do you think it would take for us to get the Snyderverse?
Nothing.
You don't think it's ever gonna happen?
No, it's not. It's too late for that. If it was to happen, if anything would have fixed what was wrong, it was Justice League. That I think that movie was a great step in the right direction, but Warner Brothers just didn't notice it at the time, I guess, because they didn't release it. I think if Justice League got released the way it was supposed to be, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now, because it's definitely not BVS and it's not Man of Steel. Even like a lot of people I know are on the same page as me, liked Justice League and said the same thing I said. Oh, it's a step. It's not excellent. It's not this amazing movie, but it's a step in the right direction. It's definitely better than BVS.
Right.
So there was potential there, but Warner Brothers didn't do anything with it, and it's far too late now. It really is.
Right. Kaden asked why there's a pigeon in my house.
A pigeon?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Ooh.
Is there something flying around? I know your camera's a little bit laggy today. I don't know why. It's because that computer that camera's attached to isn't directly connected like it should be.
Oh, dude, I forgot about that. We haven't talked about it, dude. The announcement of Fantastic Four, baby. Oh, I'm so excited. We've never talked about it. The MCU's Fantastic Four. I'm so excited.
What do you mean we haven't talked about that?
They put in the video the other day. That Phase 4
but we already knew it was coming,
and we've yet to talk about it on camera.
Well, who would you cast?
That's hard. That's hard.
Everyone wants, like,
I suck
Raging
at
Entertainment says it already. Raging Entertainment says what everybody already always
Yeah, I
says
know.
is Emily Blunt, John Krasinski.
Right, right.
That's the two they want, but
So-
I don't think that works.
So first of all, I suck at fan casting. I'm not good at it. But the fan art I did see of the two of them actually worked really well. But that's just how they look. That's not their performance. That's not how they behave.
I don't
you know
think
what I mean?
John Krasinski could do
I think Homeboy from the first one did very good.
He
the
did.
campy movies.
He
I
did.
thought he was a great with Richard.
He did. No, you're right. He did. And he wasn't as bad. The movie was just subpar.
Yeah, right.
It was
right.
definitely family oriented.
The casting was kind of on point, with the exception of Jessica Alba. She wasn't very good. She was bad. She
Yeah.
was just straight
And
up
I
bad.
don't. Yeah, I'm with Kate on this one. I don't like Emily Blunt as Sue.
I don't see that working really either.
And I don't think that Marvel. I think that Marvel should cast some no names. Give me some no name actresses and actors.
Right.
What?
Right. Nothing.
Okay.
Comments. I agree. You've heard me say that a million times. I like when they put no names as superheroes because
because there's no expectations. There's
Right.
no
Right.
there's no bar that needs to be set.
right.
It's all up from here.
And big names always throw me off immediately.
Yeah,
always throws
i.e.
me
Ben
off.
Affleck, i.e.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
I
Like
don't-
even Chris Evans was relatively like you can make the case that he was known.
Right.
Yes, he was known, but he was not a household name.
Right.
Ben Affleck was a household name.
Right. And
by
I
the
don't
time he
like
was at
when they do
Batman.
that at all.
Um,
Christian Bale was very much a big name. Don't get that twisted.
But it happened for a point in your life where
Right.
you weren't.
I was like 6, 7 years old when Batman Begins came out, so I've always known him as Batman. So that's why it worked so well. But Charlie Cox, I think, is the perfect example. I've never seen him in
anything. He was in
anything.
You know what he was in was Peaky Blinder. What show was he in? He was in another show, a big show.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is off the cuff, but someone in the chat will know. Kaden
Yeah,
knows
right,
everything.
right,
Prakash
right.
knows everything.
Right.
What was Charlie Cox in? Because he was basically I think it was Peaky Blinders, because he was like a gangster thug, but like old school, where he wore like the beret
Right.
and like
right.
the
Suit,
like
Al Capone
yeah,
type.
and he looked really good.
Right.
But he wasn't. I wouldn't say he was known
Right.
by
I've
anyone.
never heard of him. Same
But-
thing with Tom Holland. Never heard of him.
Yep.
until he put
Tom
on
Holland was
Spider-Man.
in. Tom Holland had just been in. So he got cast as Spider-Man, and he was just in that movie Moby Dick, the Moby Dick movie with
Thor.
Thor.
Yeah. I never saw that.
Oh, dude, it was Boardwalk Empire that he was in.
Charlie Cox.
Charlie Cox,
Really?
yeah,
I've
which
never
is a
seen that
huge show.
It is. It's huge.
Absolutely
I didn't know he was in
murder,
that.
like
I didn't know he-
gigantic.
did
I don't
not
know why
he
I
was in
thought
that.
Peaky Blinders.
I've never even heard of Peaky Blinders.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've never heard of it.
Wow.
You know my TV consumption.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
very, very
Yes,
limited.
I bet you. I'd be surprised if you actually even knew what Boardwalk Empire was.
I know what it is. I haven't seen it.
It's on HBO.
Yeah. I know
Great
what it is.
series with what's his name? Steve Buscemi. Steve Buscemi's
Oh, really?
the lead, yeah.
Really? Okay.
But he plays like his
Buscemi's a
character
good actor. He gets slept on a lot. He's a good actor because he gets thrown in all those stupid movies with
Adam Sandler.
Yeah, he's a
and he's
great
always
actor.
like the slightly
weirdo,
he's
goofball,
he's like
possible pedophile.
slightly mentally challenged.
Yeah. Possible sex offender in the neighborhood. It's always some weirdo. It's so disrespectful. You know what I was gonna say? Speaking of sex offenders, I saw Foggy from Netflix. That Foggy, he was in an episode of Special Victims Unit, and it was like I don't want to go into detail because it's Special Victims Unit. It's Law and Order, but it's weird seeing actors that I know from like on that show. You know what I mean? Like I saw the dude that played, I always forget his name, Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
He was in an episode. Bradley Cooper was in an episode. The actor list on that
SVU
show-
is dude because
actor
they
list is
always
crazy.
get people that are like getting famous.
right.
Like SVU is like a
Starting point.
soap opera
right.
in a way, right? Where a lot of people get their starts because they're not long-term roles,
Right.
except for like the 5 main people in it.
Ice-T.
Yeah, Ice-T, that the guy that was the military guy in Man of Steel.
Elliot. Yeah, he
yeah.
was in Man of Steel. I
Yeah.
forgot about
That
That's so
guy.
weird.
There's the girl.
Yeah.
There's the girl that
Mariska Hargitay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those people, there's
Yeah.
those people,
Right.
but then there's all the supporting
It's
characters that
just
come
it's
through.
so weird. See,
Yeah.
I bring it up because it's just weird seeing like
I-
Bradley Cooper really threw me for a loop. I was what the hell is Bradley Cooper doing?
How old
here?
is he?
At the time? This was around the time Wedding Crashers came out, so he was still pretty low level.
Okay.
You remember
Because
that?
he hadn't done Hangover yet.
No,
Okay.
no Hangover. This was like 05. Do you remember that movie?
I do.
Yeah, Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers is dope.
Yeah, I like that movie.
But here's I don't get what Raging Entertainment says here. That's why I left this comment up. It says, funny how you didn't like Ben Affleck as the Daredevil, but like him as Batman.
I love Daredevil. What
So
the hell are
that's
you
the
talking
thing.
about?
He loves Daredevil.
That's my favorite movie.
He loves Ben Affleck Daredevil. I don't,
Excellent.
but I like a Batman. So we have opposite likes for Ben Affleck's characters.
Right.
Uh,
Daredevil's a masterpiece, and I dare any of you in the chat to say something bad about it. I'll find out where you live. Don't you dare.
But yeah, Alfred Molina is Doc Ock. Thank you, Prakash. I mean, I knew that.
Oh, thank
but
you. Yeah.
he's reminding you.
Yeah. I forever forget.
And then
his name.
Sir Nerd a lot says Steve Buscemi's backstory is in real life is actually pretty cool. Steve Buscemi's a really cool guy.
He's a great actor.
I think he's a really great actor. I loved him in Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
I like him in everything that he's in, honestly. Have you ever seen, like, I think he gets typecast from the Adam Sandler roles, right? Like Adam Sandler, like he was okay, again, don't take what I'm saying the wrong way. I like Adam Sandler and I like the movies that he is in. I love Grown Ups, right?
Yeah.
Grown Ups, dude. You could try to talk smack about Grown Ups, but you're lying to yourself. They're fun.
I don't like that movie.
They're fun. They're not good. They're funny and they're fun. Like they're Adam Sandler movies. But I like when that whole cast is together. I think that the only thing it's missing is Chris Farley.
Right.
And
may he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace. That's the only reason Kevin James is where he's at.
Oh,
is
yeah,
because
absolutely.
Farley died.
And Kevin James is by far the worst part of that whole group.
By far.
So if they got rid of him and Chris Farley was in his place, that would actually be really good.
I'm telling you, man.
If the whole SNL cast.
But Farley had a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Farley had a lot of issues, dude.
So
that guy was blowing coke on a regular.
Yeah, and most
basis.
of his performances on SNL, he was high as a kite. That's why he was acting like he was acting.
Like obviously he was in the cowbell skit.
Yeah. I got a fever.
And
the only thing that
was he in that one? Yeah, he was, right? That was Farley and Will Ferrell, right?
It was Will Ferrell, and yeah, I think Farley was part of it.
No. It was Will Ferrell and
Christopher
Walken.
Yeah,
I don't know why I'm thinking Farley was in that.
No, because Farley, he was part of the actual cast, so he could have been in the sketch.
I feel like he was in it for some reason.
I don't know if he was.
Maybe not. Have you ever seen Funny People with Adam Sandler?
No.
Where it's like a legitimate
like movie.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen, right?
Yeah.
Adam Sandler.
Eminem's in it a little bit for a minute. Eminem's at the table.
Yeah. I know the movie, but no.
Ray Romano.
I haven't seen it.
That's slept on. It is. It's slept on.
Yeah. I like those kind of movies. Seth Rogen was putting out for a while.
And then, oh my God, what's the movie that Adam Sandler just did?
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems was
that's what you were gonna bring
wild.
Up. I know we were supposed to watch it.
Cut.
Remember?
It was no pun intended here. It was cut kind of weird. Like the pacing of it.
Yeah.
Okay. It was weird. But once you got used to it, it didn't take your mind out of the movie.
Right.
But once you got used to how it was paced,
right.
I thought it was a good film.
I always like movies like that where they take actors like Adam Sandler and put them in more like a serious role, and then he like surprises you with his performance.
Yeah.
You know? Like I always
like Chris Rock, like bro. Chris Rock in the Spiral movie.
I bet he's gonna do a good job. But that's the thing, like
yes, we do have Twitch. One sec. Our Twitch is oh God.
Pop Culture 2020, is it not?
No.
Pop Culture Corner?
It's check it right now. Yeah, check it. Send it.
We be forgetting.
It's like it's at twitch.tv/pop culture corner.
Yes, twitch.tv.
Twitch.tv/ pop culture corner. Yes. And we would appreciate you guys following on that. That's where we do all of our watch alongs, watch parties, etc.
Right.
And pretty much anything that will get us flagged on YouTube, we just do it on Twitch. That's the only reason we have Twitch. And Austin and Justice are going to start doing more gaming stuff on the Twitch side. So that way it can be like versatile.
Right.
But we have like 10 minutes, so we have to move on.
Yes. So
and
okay,
do
just
some
to,
skit. But we are recording still. We're just doing it. Uh-oh. There was just a door just shut. All right, it was the wind, wasn't it?
on camera?
What?
Did they see that?
They didn't see anything, but that was creepy.
No. Me just then through the curtain. That was embarrassing. I don't want anybody to see that.
Oh no.
So
That was
just-
really creepy though. The door just shut out of
I hope you
nowhere.
guys heard that.
And
So we're on the same page. It's twitch.tv/Pop Culture Corner, and no exclamation points, none of that. Just Pop Culture Corner. Come give us a follow, baby.
yeah. But we have a bunch of filming to do tonight for pre-recorded stuff.
Yeah,
and,
man, we're gonna do a bunch of stuff.
And for anyone who's listening on audio, so here's the deal. So for anyone who's listening in the future, yes, there is a ghost in my house.
Hello
but
to the future.
but the thing about the ghost is Justice don't do spooky scary.
Nope. And
So-
you guys keep saying the word ghost. I will get up and leave. I really don't play like that.
Yeah, you don't play like that.
I don't.
But anyone who's listening, make sure to follow on whatever podcast platform you're listening on.
Please and thank you.
And then we did just get back on Apple. So we're urging people to go and review us because we basically I'm going to tell you a little story before we go. We've been having problems with Apple Podcasts since November.
Since the jump.
Since November, we've been having problems. The last episode that updated before we just fixed it. To put this into a frame of mind, the last show we did in our Snyder Cut expose with Dave the Film Junkie was the last episode that uploaded to Apple.
Like, bro, come on.
That was in November.
That was so long ago.
That was in November.
Like Apple of all people. And this, you guys wonder why I won't give them my money.
Yeah. But we so we switched to Podbean so we could do live podcasts, yada yada. It didn't work out. Nothing got fixed with Apple. So I moved back to Anchor. And we're gonna stay over at Anchor for the foreseeable future. It is what it is. But if we lost all of our ratings on Apple and we lost all of our reviews on Apple, we had about 20 of them. Now we have 0. So if you guys can get over to Apple Podcasts, rate the show, search the Pop Culture Corner, and look for the they haven't deleted the old show. So look for the one that has the new logo. You'll be able to tell it's sleeker and it doesn't look like the old logo where it was like not as sleek. Right. So look for that one. Review the show, guys. And if you send me a screenshot of your review, I will do something nice for you. I don't know what it is yet. We'll think of something. So screenshot your review, or I'll be able to see it on my end of it if it's your name. Like if it says reviewed by, but always type a review. Don't just rate the show. Make sure you write something nice. That's what gets our podcast found. A lot of people are word of mouth on Apple. So please, if you guys can help us out with that, and then follow us on pretty much check out our video descriptions. It has all of our links in it and everything like that. So Twitch is in that list of things down there. So guys, this is a good time, man. It's nice to be back in here.
Right. Thank you so much for joining, guys. We love you. Everything we do is for you, for the culture. Jizzle said it all. You know how to follow us. You guys know how the internet works. You know how algorithms work. Apparently, I can't speak. So please and thank you. Just do all that good stuff. Like he said, if you leave us a review and send us the snapshot of it, we'll send you something nice, maybe a sticker, maybe a nice note. Maybe I'll kiss the envelope. I'll put on some nice red lipstick and I'll kiss the envelope and we'll send it to you. Something nice. I don't know. We'll see. But we appreciate you.
Yeah, I gotta send out the pops because I was supposed to send out those 2 pops to Jack and Caden.
Yes.
But then my mom passed away. And,
right. May she rest in peace.
Yes. But so let me actually Caden and Jack, Pierre. Send me your addresses again. Obviously, I had something happen, and I had to take care of that and be there. But I was supposed to send those to you guys. I do owe you those. I do have them though. They're literally Justice. Are they right there or not?
Right there.
Literally right there.
And how long we spent trying to get rid of those things? Trust me, we want to give them to you.
I want them gone.
We've been trying to get rid of those for months.
Yeah. But I have a bunch of giveaways planned. So guys, I can't say it enough. We're about to hit our monetization goal. I know that's not cool for you guys because now there'll be ads like like playing before the video,
Right, right,
but it's
right.
great for us, and it's going to allow us to do a lot of cool stuff.
Right. And you guys don't mind. And we're
yeah.
not like, you guys know us. We're not stingy. It's not going to be 10 ad rolls every video. You know, we'll
Yeah.
place them strategically. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
So with that being said, get out there, watch more of our videos, watch them entirely, engage. You know, we always get back to you. We always like to talk to you. Specifically, we like to engage with you. That's what we do, man. Nerdy in many ways. What is popping? Speaking of nerdy in many ways, I do gotta reach out to him. I told him I would reach out to him the other night, and I didn't because the dog was being a pain in my ass.
He's getting fat.
He is getting fat, man. He's got that. He's got that.
He's got the
pandemic weight.
Yeah, he does.
He got them hippies.
The quarantine hips.
Someone told me, it was like, bro, stop feeding him twice a day.
Yeah.
Drop him to once a day.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Bro, he's getting
and
fat.
I was like, but I wouldn't want to eat once a day.
Well, okay. Well, if you feed him twice a day, you just got to up the activity level.
Yeah. Yeah. But he is getting chunky, and like it's getting to that point where it's like, all right, he needs to lose weight.
Yeah, he does. He does. He looks like a Vienna sausage. On that note, I know you guys don't want to hear about Logan's weight problem. So thank you so much for joining once again. We love you. We do it for you. We do it for the culture,
baby.
Holla.